wherever you may be, I want to welcome you to this time together where we really, hopefully we come together into a deep state of listening. And I don't mean listening to my words necessarily. I mean something far deeper, far more fundamental. You know, in the modern life, where there's so much stimulus, and it's like life is sort of demanding your attention, so many things all over the place, including all of our sort of technology. You know, there's so many things that pull our attention and our focus, and it's easy to lose that sense of a deep kind of orientation, a life orientation, an orientation of being that is a kind of deep listening. You know, our deepest nature, our true nature, for all the ways that we can define that, all the words we can use to define that true nature, or the revelation or the awakening to true nature, an intimate aspect of our true nature, of that which we naturally are in our essence, is one of the aspects of our true nature is a kind of deep, a very deep listening. That's easy to lose sight of, lose track of, especially in the modern world. Like I said, there's so much pulling of attention and demanding of time that I think a lot of people don't even feel like they have the time to really listen. But listening is another way of saying being in its deepest sense. But I'm trying to use a different orientation with you this evening, not just the common words, right? But a little different orientation, because a facet, an aspect of our deepest being, our true nature, is a kind of listening. And it's not just listening with our ears, you know, that's where listening begins. But we have all of our senses and our entire being and our entire body. In one sense, all of it, from the tips of our toes to the top of our head to all of our senses, there's sort of a sensory, there's a ways in which true nature connects to the world and to itself. You know, because the experience of our true nature is not abstract. It's not something that you believe in. It's not something you think about. It's a very visceral experience of being. That's one of the ways that we know that it's true and real. Is it's visceral. It's obvious. And I think that's what so many people are looking for. That's what I was looking for when I started into spirituality. I'd heard the words, I'd heard the teachings, you know, about enlightenment. I didn't know what enlightenment was at all. Awakening, I really didn't know what awakening was at all. But you know that experience when you hear something or you read something, or maybe even it's just a thought that kind of occurs in your mind almost by surprise or by accident, and all of a sudden something in you resonates with it. You know, to resonate with something, whether it's something you hear or read, or even to connect, you know, like when you connect with something, it's a visceral experience. It's not an abstract thing. That sense of resonance, of When you say hear a teaching, and maybe 90% of the teaching may be interesting, maybe not, but then there's those moments where all of a sudden something resonates. You hear it, and your body feels different than when it's taking in information. And I always tell people that pay attention to the part of any spiritual teaching where there's a resonance, where something in your sense of being quickens, something in your own immediate experience it's like something comes a little alive. It's that feeling that there's something significant. Maybe you don't understand it with your rational mind, but our bodies, our physical body, our subtle body, understands things that our rational intellect often doesn't, or it takes the mind a while to catch up and kind of intellectually recognize why you're having a kind of feeling.